I've told Republicans, if they're serious about a balanced long-term fiscal plan that replaces harmful budget cuts, that would get serious about a long-term plan that prevents those 900,000 jobs from being lost, that helps grow the economy, that helps the middle class, I am ready to go.
President Obama today calling for an overhaul of business taxes in hopes of breaking an impasse with Republicans on some of his spending proposals. He's in Chattanooga, Tennessee, just hours ago. Joining me now is one of the House Republicans the president is hoping to do a deal with, Congressman Phil Roe of Tennessee. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thanks, great to be here.
Okay, so the president's saying he wants to do a deal. He wants to overhaul the tax code, particularly for businesses, to help stimulate growth, but he also wants to do a little bit of spending. Are you impressed?
Now, I didn't have a chance to see the speech, but I did read the speech, and it was a speech. And we were glad to have the president in our state. We always are, but there are a lot of things he could learn from the state of Tennessee. One is we learn how to balance a budget and live within our means. That was one of the things in our state. We're a right to work state. He left that out. You know, he mentioned that, I think he mentioned 5 things in his speech. We need to bring manufacturing back. Infrastructure needs to be done. And I might mention to you that there are 3 East Tennesseans who know infrastructure very well. The current, one of our current senators, Senator Corker was a mayor of Chattanooga. Our current governor, Bill Haslam, was a mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee, and I was the mayor of Johnson City, Tennessee. And I'm now the congressman from the 1st District. So we know a little bit about infrastructure and how to pay for it. He mentioned energy, and I think the key to manufacturing, which he didn't bring up, is inexpensive energy. When we have really cheap energy, manufacturers will come back here. I think the thing that was left the most, and I heard this weekend when I held office hours, and I listened to constituent after constituent. It's in business after business. It's overregulation and the uncertainty with the Affordable Care Act has created. It's just paralyzed people from hiring. I was at a dinner last night with the governor and with a group of business leaders in an event, and that's the recurring theme I heard over and over again.
Congressman, one of the things the president says is, and I want to quote here, I don't want to go through the same old arguments where I propose an idea and the Republicans just say no because it's my idea. Basically, he's blaming the House Republicans and I guess Senate Republicans too. What do you say to that?
It's ridiculous. I mean, before we proposed proposal after proposal, I read in here, it was really unbelievable to read that bringing almost 900,000 barrels of oil a day from Canada in here would create 50 full-time jobs. I mean, that's laughable. That's like saying importing the 8 million or so barrels or 9 million barrels of oil we import each day creates 400 jobs. Of course it creates more jobs than that. And look at his energy. He didn't mention nuclear power. He did not mention oil at all. Let me just tell you that the overregulation I'm talking about, let me put it in personal terms. There is a county, a city in eastern Kentucky, heavily dependent on coal. And I know these things for a fact of which I'm speaking. 2008, in a grocery store there, I know the people who run that grocery store, 16% of the food bought in that store bought food stamps, government assistance. Today, because of regulatory from the EPA and so forth, it's 65%. These are people who want to, these are good, hard-working people. I know these people well. They don't have any opportunity for a job because coal was their job. And we have devastated some areas in West Virginia and eastern Kentucky and Southwest Virginia, places I know well. They need to go look at those folks in the eye and tell them why they're doing that to them.
Okay. Great points. Thank you very much. Congressman Phil Roe, Republican from Tennessee. We appreciate your time and your service, sir.